You are probably one of the best learner drivers I've had on the channel so far.
Are you serious? I think I failed.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today we have another mock driving test, and like always, before we get started with the mock test, any of you that need help with your driving lessons, please check out this video for the ultimate driving course.
Hooray! So this course really filled my knowledge gaps and I became more confident.
After watching some of the videos on the course, I felt really comfortable with the extra knowledge.
Before I passed my driving test, I was really nervous. It really helped me have more confidence, and I would take what I learned during the course into my lessons and really aid that.
The videos obviously help you because you're going into that lesson knowing exactly what you're going to do, and just having that knowledge just makes that lesson faster and you feel a lot better.
38 easy to understand, precise videos covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. These are not just theory based, they are practical videos demonstrating everything from moving off and stopping a vehicle to all of the maneuvers and every other module required. So if you're lacking knowledge, or maybe your instructor has forgotten to cover something, or you're just not grasping a certain topic, then this course has it covered. You can watch the videos before your driving lessons, which means you'll get into the car knowing exactly what to do. This will definitely save you time on your lessons. Okay, so today we have Renee, yeah?
Renee, yeah.
Okay, I said that correctly.
Yep.
So, guys, for those of you who are watching for the first time, the learners that turn up here, they've had no lessons with me. So, Renee's meeting me for the first time. She's travelled from Coventry, isn't it, today?
Yeah, Coventry, yeah.
Okay. And she wants me to just assess her driving to find out whether she's ready for a driving test or not, which she's got coming up in a couple of weeks now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And any of you that are interested in taking a mock test, obviously these mock tests are totally free as you give me permission to upload them onto YouTube. Just drop a message on Instagram at DJN Driving and we just select people randomly. Okay, Renee, so if you could tell us a bit about your driving, please.
So I've had 4 lessons with one instructor, taught me like the basics, and then I've recently gone with another instructor, just for personal reasons with my first instructor.
Cool.
He's happy with my driving. I need to touch up on like a couple of things, like my lane discipline, and I doubt myself a lot when I'm driving, so like my nerves and stuff like that. But yeah, I've got my driving test on the 3rd of Feb, so it's just to see what your thoughts are, really.
Cool. So nerves, it's a thing that I think loads of people, you know, when they're going for their driving test, as the driving test gets closer, the nerves get more and more. Yeah,
it's just because I want to do well, so I just that's the main thing, really. I just want to do well.
That's why I think these mock tests are so essential. It's like, obviously this one, not all instructors do this, but this one's being filmed. It's going to be uploaded onto YouTube, yeah. And this will put you under that extra bit of pressure, yeah. And we're going to create that test environment. So this will help.
I need that though.
Yeah, and this will help you deal with the day. Like I say to everyone, it doesn't matter if you really mess up on this mock test, yeah, because it is a mock test, yeah. But at least you'll be aware of your faults. And hopefully the faults that if you do make any faults today, they won't happen on your actual test day.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything in your driving which you feel you still need a big improvement on, or do you feel kind of okay?
I'm going to say roundabout. So I feel confident with them. But for example, before I went with this new instructor, he said my lane discipline was awful. But then my last lesson with him, he said it was perfect. But I still feel like, you know, sometimes I might kind of come out my lane a little bit, or I just need to really stay focused.
Yeah, and Wolverhampton, we've got plenty of roundabouts here.
I've not driven here before, so...
Yeah, obviously Renee's not driven this car before, she's not driven in this area before, so that's going to be a bit of an extra challenge. And for the mock test, as you've been watching the videos, I won't talk about the faults as they happen, we'll talk about them at the end of the test. Obviously for those of you who are watching, the faults will be talked about and explained just before they happen. Any serious faults in red text and any normal driving faults in amber text. Okay, so we're not going to be following the sat nav today. I'm going to make you follow some signs instead, Okay. So you could get either one on your test. Normally the sat nav is more popular, So have you done sign following?
Yeah, a fair bit.
Have you covered all the manoeuvres?
Yeah, I believe so.
And have you done the show me tell me questions?
I've gone through a couple. I need to obviously, you know, keep going over them before my test, but
cool. Would you like me to ask you some today, or should you...
Yeah, I can do. If I get it right, I get it right. If it's wrong, then it's all help for me, isn't it? So
cool. Could you tell me how you check the brakes are working before starting journey?
So your brakes shouldn't feel like spongy or anything like that, and when you're actually driving, the steering shouldn't pull to one side.
When you're actually driving?
Yes.
Okay.
Or
You're kind of on the correct line there, yeah. So, so as you move off, yeah, you were testing. So you move off and you brake. So when you brake here,
Yeah.
as you set off, as you brake, the car shouldn't pull
Yeah.
to one side. So when you brake, and if the vehicle's pulling to one side, yeah, then there's a problem with it, yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, the brake pedal shouldn't feel spongy, and also the other word is slack.
Slack, that's
Yeah,
the one,
spongy
yeah.
or slack, yeah.
Okay.
Right then. So whenever you're ready, Renee, if you could move off for me, please.
Okay.
Renee moves off with good all-round observations. I like how she checks the right blind spot a couple of times before moving off. And at the end of this road, if you could turn right. Our view is quite restricted at this junction. Watch how Renee carries out good observations by continuously checking the left and right before emerging out. After entering a new road, you should always check the mirrors before building up your speed to ensure that no one is overtaking. Renee carries out good mirror checks as she enters a new road. And if you could park up anywhere safe on the left, please. She parks up well, using the correct routine and in a good position close to the pavement. Thank you, and move off whenever you're ready. Again, Renee moves off well, carrying out good observations. Ahead, there is a lorry parked on our side of the road, so we must wait for the oncoming vehicles. Renee holds back in a really good position and carries out good mirror checks before moving off. Now she brings up the clutch pedal whilst changing gear. This is the sound that we all hate. She reacts well. The roundabout goes straight ahead, please. This roundabout she does really well. Renee checks the mirrors and approaches at a good speed and sticks to a lane well after entering the roundabout. The speed limit on this dual carriageway is 50 miles per hour. Obviously the speed limit is not a target, but if it's clear and safe, you should be around the speed limit so you don't hold up traffic behind. Renee builds up speed really well. She seems quite confident. And now if you could follow signs to Cosley. At this roundabout, we are turning right, which is the third exit. So after changing lanes, on the approach to the roundabout, Renee should signal right, but she forgets to signal. Now this can be marked as a serious fault depending on how it affects other road users. In this case, I didn't mark it as a serious fault, as there was nobody directly behind and didn't cause any danger. Apart from that, she does everything well at this roundabout. End of the road, turn left. We are turning left at the end of the road, and there is another road before our turning. Renee shows good awareness by waiting to pass that turn before applying the signal. right please. As we approach this right turn, it is safe to continue as there are no oncoming vehicles. Renee is in the correct gear, so she'll just keep the clutch pedal up and continue. You'll notice that she puts the clutch pedal down whilst turning. Now I'm going to ask Renee to carry out the reverse parallel parking manoeuvre. Thank you. And if you could carry out the reverse parallel parking manoeuvre using this car in front. So pull up next to it and then park nice and close to the curb, finishing about a car length from that vehicle. Yeah.
Okay.
Any of you that want to know how you should carry out observations during this manoeuvre, then just watch Renee. Her observations are really good throughout the manoeuvre.
You got to pull this
Yeah,
up.
yeah, just there's a lever at the front which you need to pull up. That's it. Just at the front, a small button.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's it. Now she gets too close to the curb and ends up touching it. Our vehicle was at a nice slow pace, and as soon as she touched the curb, Renee realised, so she wouldn't fail for doing this. The main thing is to know what's happening and readjust. She should have just gone forward slightly and readjusted, but instead decided to start again, which wouldn't really be a problem.
You're allowed to do it again.
I'll leave it to you.
Oh, did it again.
This time, she doesn't get too close to the curb, but does finish too far back from the vehicle in front. She should have stopped slightly sooner. Okay, and move off when you're ready, please. And if you could turn left, please. Here, Renee gives a good demonstration of how to turn left from a main road into a side road using the correct routine. roundabout, if you could turn right, third exit please.
Now this is a large roundabout, and many learners do find these types of roundabouts quite difficult when turning right. Again, Renee does it really well. After entering the roundabout, she keeps to the right hand lane well, and then moves over to the left lane by carrying out good observations and applying the left signal at the correct time. Renee is about to select 5th gear, but instead puts it into 3rd and doesn't realise. Up until now, Renee has been doing really well and hasn't made any serious driving faults. But at this roundabout, it's all about to change. At this roundabout, we are following signs to Dudley, which is straight ahead, 3rd exit. Renee approaches the roundabout well and selects the middle lane, which is good as the left lane is marked for turning left. But after entering the roundabout, instead of keeping to her lane, she drifts over into the right hand lane. She should have kept to the left. I really thought she was going to pass this mock test. You can tell by my reaction, I was disappointed.
And after turning right at this roundabout, you're going to come to another roundabout at which we're going straight ahead, 2nd exit, yeah?
Right, okay.
So 2 roundabouts close together.
Okay.
Turn right, 3rd exit here, then straight ahead, 2nd exit the following.
This first roundabout she does well. The second roundabout is marked out similar to the roundabout where she made her first serious fault. Let's see if she does the same mistake again. Again, she approaches in the correct lane, but after entering the roundabout, instead of keeping to the left, she moves into the right hand lane. And then she realizes that she's in the wrong lane, so decides to go around the roundabout. Going the wrong way is not a driving fault, but she had already made the fault by using the wrong lane. So this is definitely something that Renee needs to work on before her actual driving test. We do discuss this during the feedback at the end. Again, Renee shows good awareness. This road is quite busy, so we've had to wait a while and eventually the vehicles to our left and right give us way. When someone does give you way, it's important not to rush out. As you can see to our left, the white vehicle has stopped for us, but there are other vehicles overtaking that vehicle. Renee notices this and only goes when it's safe.
And if you could park up on the left, please.
Now we are back at the test centre. Let's find out if Renee noticed the 2 faults she made.
And switch off the engine. Okay, so that's the end of the test.
Okay.
How do you think you did?
I think my nerves settled pretty quick, to be fair. As soon as like I figured I could manage the car all right.
Yeah.
I'm not too confident about some of the roundabouts. I couldn't tell you exactly which ones they were because I don't know the area, but I think... I don't know, I think it's more like a gut feeling. I feel like I've done something wrong.
So do you think you've passed or failed?
I think I failed.
Okay, would it help if I said, like, you are probably one of the best learner drivers I've had on the channel so far?
You serious?
Yeah. There's a lot of positive stuff to your driving.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. But you still failed though.
Yeah.
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 Okay. And it was on the thing that you said at the start, the lane discipline on the roundabouts. Yeah. And it was when we had to use the centre lane, the middle lane, on 2 other roundabouts. On that one where you went all the way back round as well. Yeah.
Oh, right. I know one of them as well, I like indicated right, like last minute and kind of, I don't know if that was
Yeah.
to do with it.
So it wasn't the indicators. One of the big roundabouts when we were actually changing right, you didn't signal. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking about that it'd be like really harsh to file you for that because apart from that you did the roundabout really well, stayed in the correct lane.
My
Yeah.
partner has said that to me before. There were a couple of times where I can swear blind I've indicated right,
Yeah.
but I haven't.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah. Okay. So, well, you can watch it back in the video.
Oh no, I trust you anyway, yeah, of course.
But the thought was, like, at the roundabout, one of you following signs to Dudley. So you got into the centre lane because it was straight ahead, yeah. And the left lane was for left only. But as soon as you entered the roundabout, instead of staying to the centre...
I went to the left, did I?
No,
Or
to
did
the
I go right?
Yeah. You're supposed to keep to the left. So what happens is, you know the centre lane, yeah? So,
Yeah.
you know if there's 3 lanes on the approach to a roundabout, so... This is the only part where you messed up. Everything else was brilliant.
Oh my gosh.
Really, really good. Really good. Yeah. So this left lane goes off to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this middle lane becomes the left lane.
Okay.
Yeah, but what you were doing, instead of sticking there, as soon as you entered,
Straddled right over, yeah.
yeah, you did that at both of them. We did 2
Yeah.
roundabouts like this, yeah, where we
Yeah.
had to use the centre lane, and at both of them, instead of keeping to the left, then yeah. Obviously, if this is straight ahead as well, then you'd be okay to stay in the middle. Yeah.
Well, it's not funny, obviously, but it's just my way of like what I say. But my instructor as well, he said the same on 2 roundabouts in Coventry as well.
Yeah,
It's
like
the middle lanes that I get like I
yeah.
really
So-
need to drill it in.
yeah, that is the only thing that you need to work on. Like, you know the roundabouts where there were only 2 lanes in approach.
Yeah.
They were perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start off in the left and you stuck to your lane really well.
So I need to get on the
Yeah.
big roundabouts and
Yeah, big roundabouts turning right, brilliant. The way you check your mirrors when you're exiting off, the way you stick to your lane, excellent. Yeah.
going
So
straight
it's-
over is a bit of a
Yeah.
issue there. Yeah.
So it's just like where you have to use the centre lane, that's where you're making the mistake and you're just drifting over. Just keep to the left.
Okay.
That is all. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no way someone with your driving ability should be failing your actual driving test now, especially after doing this mock test.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think you'll breeze through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And you'll get under 4 minors. Okay.
Fab. Thank
So
you very much.
yeah, definitely
Yeah.
drop me a message
Yeah,
telling me that you've passed your driving test.
I will. I'll mention you as well.
Thank
'Cause
you.
I've looked at the ultimate driving course as well,
Okay.
and that is really good. But
Oh.
in all fact, because I've got the 2 little ones, it's really hard to kind of focus and find time to do it. But the stuff that I have seen on there has been helpful, especially when I've had to cram it all in such short space of time. So
Brilliant.
Definitely recommend that.
Yeah, you should have told me at the start.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's all because it's all because the ultimate driving course.
It is, yeah.
No, but well done to your instructors. Your driving's at a very good standard.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you very much.
So yeah, thank you very much. Any questions?
No, not at all. Just thank you.
And thank you
Cheers.
for coming all the way down and allowing us to film and upload this. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
all right. Thank you.
And guys, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.